T17s are the talk of the Towns League and is extremely profitable selling them. This strategy is aimed to drop tons of T17 maps as well as Conqueror, Shaper, Elder and Synthesis maps. I consistently get 2 to 3 T17 maps per every 3 maps I run. Now this farm works by increasing the chance of maps to drop in a variety of ways. The first normal way is dropping them from mobs, which means we want high pack size maps which help our odds. We are also having Atlas bosses drop maps too, which is where a majority of T17 maps will be dropping from. We do have a high chance to duplicate a map, and trust me, this happens so many times, and from my testing I've had 50% more T17 drops duplicated than them not being duplicated. For our investments, the scarabs we will be using are the Cartography Scarab of Singularity. A unique map will drop from the final boss. 2 Cartography Scarabs of Duplication, which means that we'll have 60% chance of maps being duplicated. And Horned Scarab of Pandemonium. Monster packs in areas have 50% chance to be replaced by a random Atlas boss. And it says modifiers to the final map boss also apply to these Atlas bosses, which is very important. And the last bit of investment is, well, for my personal investment is I am using a Magifying character, though the quant I have on this character is very low. It's only 27%. As you can see, I only have 70% on my boots and 1 vent is a gamble. For your maps, I recommend running maps that are 25% pack size or more, so we can have more monsters. That means a high chance of dropping more maps. You can view the pack size in your maps by looking at the top of the item. As you can see, it says map tier, item quant, item rarity, and then monster pack size. The pack size is very important, so 8 modded maps are also very good, as well as the additional benefits of dropping more items, like currency items. So 8 mods are very good as well. But for the testing in the strategy, I used about 3 8 modded maps, and the rest were 25% or more. Now for our Atlas tree. So in the Atlas, I quickly want to go through some things. You can find this in the description below. So the first thing is we are not taking back to basics. The extra content we get is really good, as well as the searing exarch is very, very beneficial to us. And we are also not taking singular focus. Singular focus just means that we'll get less T17s dropping, basically. And we want to take all the map higher chance as well because of map equity, as well as here and over here. We do want to block some content. You want to block stuff that don't spawn monsters very quickly. So harvest is something you should block. Ultimatums, blight, ritual is a good one to keep, so I wouldn't block this, as well as delirium, legion and preachers. Now I've taken Devout Pursuit just for more strength of the devoted modifiers, and I've taken the Scarab nodes. So since we'll be getting a lot of Scarabs, you want to grab all of these as well as the Shrine node. Grab this because we'll be fighting and killing a lot of unique monsters as well as the last boss. And we will take the Shrine node as well, and we'll also be taking this here. So this basically means that we'll get a lot more searing exarch altars spawning in our maps, so we have a higher chance of getting more map duplication or chaos orb drops, or even currency duplication as well, which is very good. This is very good. We'll see lots of rare monsters too. Now we'll be getting thorough exploration. The last boss will be, so if we kill everything before killing the last boss of the Dunes map, the Dunes layout, that's what we're doing. The Dunes boss is very easy to find as he's got a very secluded area, so once we reach him while killing everything, he'll be buffed up. We'll be taking all the extra explicit stuff as well, the explicit modifiers to make it a bit more juicy. Here and here. This just means that we have harder monster packs, so again we're adding onto the monster packs. And once we get those nodes, we want to get these Scarab nodes. We'll be taking this one as well because we'll be seeing a lot of final map bosses. And lastly, we've grabbed all the synthesis map drops from each boss, the Elder, Shaper and the Conquerors. The only important things is we're not taking singular focus and we're not taking back to basics. Other than that, you can copy everything else. We do not want to run the blue one. The red one gives us a lot of map duplication, so that is there. Now for a map showcase. So let me check my Scarabs are in. I put my map. I have my exarch on. I have my Atlas tree. I've picked this, so let's give it a go. And ooh, pack size. I wouldn't since my computer's a bit trash. You basically just want to go on a hunt to find these pinnacle bosses. Not pinnacle bosses, there's one. These Atlas bosses, they're just bosses that you've found in other maps. And he should be, yep. Didn't drop anything. Let's see if we can get T17. So there are times you find like a... What is that? There are times that you will see some dry spells, but it's not as long as like... It's just more There's a boss here as well. It might kill me. It's not looking good so far. Yeah, that's why I like these searing exarch. No, I died, but as you can see, 2 T4. So we got Fortress and Bone Crypts. Yeah, singular focus, I forgot to mention this on the industry, but singular focus is, we're not picking that either. Because it's just less maps dropping, really. Because why would you want your maps to drop as currency when you're trying to get more maps? I think that's all. Yeah, we've got 90 monsters. So the last boss is Primal Empowered. I do no damage to him. I put all of my stuff into my other character. Just to farm T17 maps. Well, as you can see, the strategy is really cool. So 20C Scarab and 4 Fortress maps. Yeah. Now for our profits, the thing everyone wants to see. So as you can see at the top right, or this whole right section, I have a lot of maps, including unique maps. These are going for around 9C, 10C and 15C, and a ton of Shaper, Elder, Conqueror and Synthesis. And I forgot about the T17s. So I want to say something is the ones I put at the top were all duplicated, and the ones at the bottom were just dropped single. 5 maps dropped single and the rest dropped duplicated. Out of 28 maps, this is 28 maps of stuff. For Scarabs, we did drop some Scarabs as well. Not as much as I'd like, but it's still quite a lot. 5 Fortunate cards. I did drop a Divine. I didn't include it here. It just random stuff that's not really included. The Forbidden Tomes as well. I don't know how much they are. 25 Alchemy Orbs, so maybe not. As you can see, that's just a lot of loot. Well, a lot of maps. Maybe I've got really lucky. Maybe it's because of Magic Find. Who knows? But it's a lot of maps. Now, I do have a spreadsheet as well. The map farm. I ran 20 maps. I made 3,600 chaos. I've invested 840 chaos. And I profited 2,700 chaos with a map profit of nearly 100 C per map. As you can see, Horn Scarab of Pandemonium. I keep saying that wrong. 19 chaos for 1. 532 chaos. So this is where a massive chunk of your investments go into. And hopefully this video doesn't do a manifest wealth and spike to like 40 chaos, which is still, you're still profiting quite a lot actually. So I've put bulk prices for the T17 maps. You're dropping 27, of course you're going to sell them bulked. So Fortunate cards 5. I've got 108 T16 maps, 27 T17, 12 Shaper maps. Shaper 17 should be 7. 12 Shaper, 18 Elder, 5 Synthesis, and 7 Conqueror. 6 Uniques. I priced them at 9 when they should be a bit more. And 1 Incandescent Invitation. 144 Scarabs. Oh, 144 Chaos. The whole set of Scarabs. 3 to 4 minutes. Since I was on my Deadeye, I was very fast this time. So I'm going to put it on 4. You guys are probably doing 3. Because you're literally just going around killing everything. So pretty safe for the very slow builds. So I've made 94. It's 15 divines an hour if you're running it at 4 minutes per map. It's 15 divines, and who knows if it's 3, whatever 3 is. Now, things you want to avoid. So I've taken the thorough exploration node, and what it says is if there are fewer than 50 monsters remaining in your maps, final map bosses are empowered. This means that all the Atlas bosses that have replaced some of the pack size will also get this. So now if you want, you can kill all the ads and skip the bosses and have these bosses empowered, but I think it would just take too much time. And since I'm doing a dunes layout, the final boss is in a little secluded area, which is really easy to find. So I killed all the bosses normally without this. And if you want to save time, then I recommend you doing the same thing as I'm doing. Selling it, I recommend using Wealthy Exile to bulk sell. Make sure the more maps you have, the higher you charge, because you're selling in bulk. And if you don't know what to choose, then just look at what the others are doing. For example, if you see 3 sellers who have about the same maps as you, or maybe like 2 off or 5 off, just copy what they're doing. If they put it at like 110%, put yours at 110% and sell it that way. For some more notes and some tips, what you can do is run the boss maps. So these boss maps, since they're so cheap, you can actually make a lot more profit by running them. And probably at this point in the league, your character's probably very strong, or you have another bosser or a character that can do bosses. And since you have so many of these, you can also do the invitation as well as the fragments for the boss. So you average about 5 present splinters and a whole set. So if I'm doing Shaper, as you see, I have 2 full sets and it drops one of these. I am doing this, I'm spending about 20 chaos in these maps, and not only will I get 5 crescent splinters, or 4, which is about 40c, I'll also be getting a fragment of knowledge or shape, which is 60c. So by me running these 4 maps, these 20c in total maps, I'll be making 80c profit. So that's also another way you guys can make money, and obviously these are all tied to the prices during this video. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I had a lot of fun testing this strat. And if you want me to cover more videos that you guys suggest, then you can comment down below or send it to me in Discord. Other than that, you can find me on Twitch as Path of Treasure, as I am now going to start to stream. And you can ask me all the questions you want about my videos. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, whatever. It's been my pleasure. Thank you.